Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Guys, welcome. Welcome to the third podcast in 2 days. So I'm back in it and I'm back on the podcast. So we've got a special guest, someone who actually had me on his podcast. So I was actually very humbled by being invited, bro. So thank you for inviting me on yours.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you're on mine, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Temo. That is a nickname that I gave myself when I started doing personal training. My full name is Temo. I am a trainer at Loftus Vision Active.
And you never started out at Loftus?
Yes.
Where were you previously?
I was at Groenkloof when I started out. That is where I started working the floor.
Okay.
And then after 6 months, I turned to become a trainer.
Okay.
That's when the journey
And
started.
so I actually saw a post the other day. That's actually the main thing, the main focus I want to talk about today is you posted how there was a photo of you with sneakers on, and you said how when you first started you couldn't even afford your own pair of sneakers.
Yeah. So when I started out, I was working for my dad before. We did construction. So I was working for my dad at a construction. Then I told him that, you know what, I want to do something that I like, which is training. Then I went to do my qualification. While I was doing my qualification, I looked for a job here at Groenkloof. While I was working at Groenkloof, I had an old pair of sneakers. Then one of the guys that I was working the gym said, you know what, there is a pair of sneakers that I have that I would like to give to you. I'm like, oh, that's so nice of you.
Yeah.
And he gave me those pair of sneakers for me to wear. I couldn't afford at the time to buy myself those Adidas sneakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you get into fitness? How did you see that this is something you'd like to make a career of, or this is something that you'd like to focus on in terms of obviously making money from it and helping other people?
Okay, so I was overweight before, extremely overweight, and then I started training. That was.
But overweight. So what do you weigh now?
I'm 83.
And you were
105.
okay. So it's quite a big difference.
Quite a
actually.
big difference. I was overweight, and that was about in high school, 2007 or 8.
Okay.
2008, I decided, you know what, this is it. I want to change how I look because I was going to a matric dance.
Okay.
So I wanted to look good for the girl that I was going out with. So I started training. And then I started training, I started to enjoy it. Obviously, there's a lot of challenges there
No, of course.
as you train. Then I lost the weight. 10 years later, I'm like, I've been doing this for so long. Maybe it's time that I impart the little that I know onto other people.
Okay.
Then we started this thing of saying, let's go and get a qualification for it.
So obviously at Virgin Active, I don't exactly know how it works. Do you have to start on the floor? Or so you started on the floor
I
before
started on the floor.
before you had your qualification,
Yes.
while you were getting it?
Yeah, so while I was busy with the qualification, 6 months into it, because I already knew
Yeah.
I'm going to be a trainer. I don't care how, but I'm going to be a trainer at this club.
Yeah.
So I chose the club that I wanted to go to, and I knew that I wanted to do this. So they said after a year, I can start training and becoming a trainer.
Okay.
So after 6 months, I went to Groenkloof Vision Active, and I told them like, this is where I am with my studies, and they were like, no, it's fine, you can start.
Okay.
So within the 6 months, I started working on the floor. I did 4 hours a day on the floor, and on the weekends I was working 8 hours. Yeah.
Sure. And how would you feel? So obviously now you've moved to Hatfield.
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe the demographics better there for you.
Yeah.
Or what is the purpose of moving there?
I felt as though I needed a fresh start from that club, from Groenkloof. I wasn't entirely happy with the environment that
Okay.
side. So I decided to move to Loftus Virgin Active. I had no idea how things are going to turn out for me in terms of client base, because I had already built a good client base on that side. So business was well.
Yeah.
Not to say business wasn't. Business was well for me that side. I was happy.
So obviously it's not why you left.
No.
You didn't leave because you were battling.
No.
Yeah.
Business was fine. The challenge I had was just I was not happy in the environment.
Okay.
So I moved to Loftus. Brand new club. I said, let me start afresh.
And personally, I prefer that gym anyway.
Yeah, let me start afresh.
Yeah.
There's a younger crowd. I was fortunate that some of my clients decided that they were going to move with me to Loftus. So that helped.
That's nice, yeah.
That helped to build up
yes.
to where I am now.
Because when you get there fresh, you already have some clients.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So people could see on the floor what I was already offering.
Yeah.
So it was a nice way to use the 6 or 7 clients that I had to build up to where I am now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you focus on? What do you prefer in terms of working with people? What's your primary focus? Obviously, everyone's got different goals, and you make the plan to suit them.
Yeah.
But what do you prefer? What's your favorite to work on with people?
I think at the moment I'm using a lot of bodybuilding aspects.
Okay.
Because I think even though you are not competing, you still need to build a good base.
Yeah.
And a good base, like how I started, is bodybuilding movements.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't like using a lot of machines, so sometimes you find me on the floor, mostly away from the machines, like your pec decks and so on. So I'm usually away from that, and then I will include high intensity workouts, so that will count as my conditioning or cardio for the day. So I like using functional movements. I like using high intensity movements. I like including also some sports movements into it, because a lot of people don't have that background of being agility, like we spoke about the other day. They don't have the reaction patterns like you told me about the other day when we spoke. So it's nice to have a bit of building muscle, a bit of sweat, a bit of agility here and there, so that a person can just have a baseline of moving, pulling, pushing.
Yeah. And how important? Obviously, diet's always important.
Yeah.
But if you get people that come to you and they say they don't want to diet, do you try and maybe get them to make slightly healthier decisions and get them into not really a diet but more of a lifestyle and a healthy balance and a way of eating? Yeah.
Actually, I'm currently studying nutritional coaching.
Okay.
So I'm started introducing some of those things into it. For instance, somebody that does not understand how to eat, I'll say, you know what, here is the foods that I would recommend for you to start taking.
Okay.
And I'll give them a list of fats, of carbohydrates, and of proteins that I think they could implement into their eating patterns or creating a new habit. I wouldn't say to them, eat this much, eat that much, because people don't understand from get-go. You can't, if you slam them with eat 100 grams of broccoli, or they don't understand the ideas of it. So at the beginning, I'm just saying, try to stay away from processed stuff, especially if you are trying to lose weight. Stay away from processed stuff. Try not to put in sugar in your stuff. If you do drink coffee, and you want to put on milk, take full cream, because we tend to think that the low fat is much better.
So it's actually not. Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
So stay away from cookies and Zimpa chips, and just see how your body will change. Because I believe that in 30 days, if you are focused and you stay away from all the junk, your body will definitely change.
No, of course. I mean, they say 21 days forms a habit.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you can diet for 30 days, if you can follow a plan for 30 days, you can definitely see great results and also create a better lifestyle for yourself. Yeah.
So we just need to find a way to help people that, okay, do this 30 days. Eat clean 30 days, because it's pointless. I say to you, eat 100 grams, eat this, eat 200 grams of protein, 150 grams of fat, but you can't even for 3 days eat clean.
Yeah.
So how are we moving from 1 to 2 if we can't reach the goal of 1 first?
Yes.
So yeah, that's based from experience that I had with myself first. So because we try things on us and see how we can help other people with it.
Yeah. And obviously with your own business, you've experienced things that maybe you were doing at Krunklof that might not work at Loftus there. And I'm sure you've experienced things where, because obviously the demographics changed, the market's kind of different. There's slightly different types of people that train here. Maybe there's training styles are even different. There's other trainers there, and their style of training might be better suited for the people going there. And obviously at Loftus is there. So how have you adapted in terms of your market by changing locations?
For a change, for like in Krunklof, it's a lot of athletic people who do more endurance stuff. At Loftus, the people that are there are fast-paced, sprinters, people who do things quick, and the clients that I have a busier schedule than the ones in Krunklof. So people at Loftus are on the go, where else in Krunklof they are more relaxed. So now it means when a client comes in, there's no time to do long stuff. You need to give them quick stuff they can get it done with and leave. So there is no time to be chilled back. And I'm consistently on time. When a client comes in, I've already prepared. So there's no time for you to now start preparing
and thinking
on the spot. So preparation has been key, and being able to do the whole session in one spot instead of moving to that machine and then then this, because now they want to come in and they want to leave. So in out. So I've learned from slow pace to fast paced with all my clients.
I mean personally, I've even seen for myself some of the trainers that Krunklof, they sit there standing talking to their clients for 15-20 minutes. I'm thinking, this person's paying you to have a conversation with them. They're not going to get any benefit from it.
Yeah, because now you remember with clients, it's also that thing of a relationship with a client. But you also have to be, you need to know how to manage the time. If we are going to have a session and then we are spending 20 minutes of the session just talking, it becomes a problem.
20 out of the 40 minutes.
Exactly. It's just talking, then it's pointless. But because sometimes a client does come in and they had a bad day. They find it, they are much more easier or more capable to talk to you.
Now you're the psychologist.
So you're not just only the trainer, but you're also the psychologist also. So, but you need to find a way to work with all those things together and do both. But that is based on you to have the time. Like, okay, while the client is speaking, you listen. You're like, okay, let's go next set. Otherwise, you spend the whole 20 to 30 minutes just talking.
And it's just, I guess it could be a difficult balance because you don't want to be like, okay, that's enough talking in the start, and then they think you're being rude. So I think it's also about, you know your clients. So you know how their personalities are. So you'll know if they'll be able to, if they like to be told to just stop and work, or if they'd rather just talk to you.
So that's why during the warm up you have a sense of how the client,
the mood for the
how the mood for the day is. Because how was your day? And the client's like, I'm very tired. But now your client says to you, I am really tired, and then you go and give them, you know how they are, and you go there and give them box jumps. It makes, you see, your client is tired, they had a long day, they have driven or they come from the airport or whatever. That's when you start to build up things slowly into the session. So you don't if the client comes in and says they are very happy and you know them, go in, give them those box jumps, bang it from the start, Then you'll do the slower things after. But if the client is really tired, I would rather do the session slow from get-go.
And how do you think your people skills have improved? Because obviously dealing with people on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. Firstly, I'm learned how to be calm. I am a lot more calmer now.
Yeah,
Personal training will humble you.
I can imagine.
It will humble you.
Yeah,
A person comes in, you greet them, and you find out that they are pissed off. They'll take it out on you,
yeah.
and you can't do anything.
You can't take it personally either.
You can't even take it personally. I remember other day I greeted a member, and he told me, "Who are you? I don't know you. Why are you greeting me?"
Yeah.
I was.
I mean, all you are doing is you being nice.
I was just being nice.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm saying I want you to be my client.
Yes.
No, I was just saying, "Hey, good day, sir. How are you doing? Why are you greeting me? Do you know? Are we friends? You don't know me." Yeah, it got to me. And I'm like, okay, no, let's leave this.
Yeah.
Let's leave this. But he did come back and say, no, he had a bad day.
Okay, yeah, then you can understand.
You see?
Yeah.
But only 2 or 3 days later, he came. I'm like, you know what? You deal with different people.
Yeah.
And you have to adjust and listen and see. So right now, I can stand on the floor and have a look. I can just see, okay, that one, don't talk to them.
Yeah.
The body language, I can see everything. But now I'm a lot more calmer. Even in traffic, I'm cool.
Okay.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm patient, and I've learned to listen. So sometimes it's not about me; it's always about
Okay. Yeah.
So you listen. Even if you don't understand something, I'm just like, okay, you just listen to whatever they're going to tell you. I've learned to keep things to myself. There are some things. Sometimes you are training a couple. This one tells you that, the other one tells you that. So you can't go and say, "Hey, John said you," and then
you cause a fight.
Yes. Yeah. You see how it is, and at the beginning it was always awkward, but I've learned to say, okay, this is private and confidential. What she shared with me, I can't,
tell him now. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, it's been a big learning curve in that respect. Yeah.
But so obviously it's all just growth, which is good.
Yeah. If whatever you do grows you, then it's a good thing to have. So I've been growing. I've been learning. Some of the things that you learn from your clients, you take them and you implement them into your life. For instance, traveling. Even though right now it's not a good time to travel because of the virus.
Coronavirus. I'm sure that, sorry to interrupt, that must be quite difficult now at the gym because people are hesitant to talk to you, people are hesitant to interact with you.
Bro, I mean, a handshake right now is a big problem.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even give a handshake to your own client.
Yeah. Because
they're scared. And there's a thing now, clients are starting to cancel their sessions.
Because they're in a public place.
So now, it's something that is out of our control.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, so I've started to think ahead. So what do I have in control right now, based on what's happening? Can I train the clients outside? I'm like, okay, yeah, I can most probably do that.
Yeah.
Well, can I give the client a session that they can do at home instead of coming in the gym?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I stopped looking at the problem and said, what's the solution?
Yeah.
What do I have that is in my control? I'm not in control of how the virus spreads, but what do I have in control? So right now my plan is to start looking at home-based exercises for my clients, or even if they don't go and train at home, they can still come to the gym, but I'll train them outside.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you can go to their house even.
Yeah.
You can maybe, if they have 3 or 4 friends that want to train as well, then do like a little mini boot camp outside their house or in their garden, or you tell them to meet you at a park or something, and you can do that.
Yeah, because I can now say, to take 3, 4 of my clients, like, guys, because of what's going on, please come and train together, and then you can have your session.
Yeah.
Then it's out.
Yeah. But also, I was reading a lot of facts how this coronavirus it looks like it's been blown out of proportion.
Okay.
Where, it's I can't remember the exact stats, but I mean, I saw it literally like 20%, if not less, chance of getting coronavirus if you're under the age of 35.
Yeah.
So, which I think it was honestly even less than that. So I think you're probably not going to get it if you are if you just follow general hygiene of washing your hands, not obviously going hugging and kissing and handshaking every single random person. Like a little fist bump and that kind of stuff's fine. But also I heard on the radio that also wearing those masks could also be worse for you. Because now it's on your face, you're touching your face more to fix it. You're touching your face to do this, you do this, you're coughing, then you touch your face, then... So I mean, it actually could be potentially worse by wearing those masks.
But what I do like about the virus though is that it has built a lot of awareness.
Yeah.
Around health, around personal hygiene.
Yes, which is good.
Which is good.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I've noticed. People are now washing their hands. Even those guys who stop their car on the road, take a piss, they are thinking 3 or 4 times before. Because now, where are you going to wash your hands?
Yeah,
unless
exactly, you can't.
And a person who takes a piss on the road, normally they don't have a hand sanitizer or with them the whole time.
Yeah.
So now personal hygiene has become a big factor. Especially with us working in the gym, people are bringing towels now.
Yeah.
They're
using the disinfectant after they've been done on the machine or before they go on, which is good. Yeah.
Before a person just leaves their sweat there on the benches.
Yeah.
And then you bring a client, it's a big problem.
Yeah, then you have to clean it and you have to go alter the effort. Now people are doing it before you even get there.
So gym efficacy, gym, looking after the gym together is vitally important. I just don't understand, but it's important.
And have you seen numbers at the gym maybe decrease during the day?
I have. I would say from Wednesday and Thursday were quiet than usual.
Yeah.
I'm usually at the gym at 5 in the morning, so 5 and 6 is usually packed.
Yeah.
But this past 2-3 days it's been quiet. So I don't know, maybe the way the media is giving the stories about this thing, that is blowing it out of proportion, like you just said. So now people are much more scared to go to the gym.
Yeah. But also, if you think about it, it is a number one place that it could spread. I mean, if you're sick, you cough on your hands and you go touch a dumbbell, 15 people after you go and touch that same dumbbell, then
it's a problem.
Yeah, then it's a problem. So I think at least people are being more healthy in terms of their general wellness. They're cleaning their hands, they're washing their hands, they're disinfecting things, so that kind of stuff's good. So we're on 22 minutes, so let's just talk more about business and talk about how you plan on going forward.
Okay, so at the moment I'm trying to build my brand.
Yeah.
I'm building my brand because I don't have a history of being good at specific sports. So I didn't do any bodybuilding competition. I didn't play a professional sport. I did play rugby in matric, in high school. Let me just say high school.
Where did you go to high school?
I went to Langenhoven. There's a gym, there's a school there next to the zoo. Langenhoven High School. So I went there. I did my matric there. Spent my whole high school there. And then I went and studied public relations.
Where did you do that?
Boston Media House.
Okay.
So I went to Boston Media House and I did public relations there. Surprisingly, it's a qualification I haven't used. But
what is public relations?
It's been when you are a relationship practitioner between, let's say I work for a company, I am in liaison with the media.
So you communicate for them.
Yes. But now because I have my own podcast, I'm like, so
you can use it a little bit.
So I'm using it now.
Yeah.
So it's surprising how you go and do stuff and then you don't use them, and then later on in life you lose little bit of aspects of that into it. So I did that, lost interest along the way because I was looking for a job and didn't get one. Started hustling and all that. So now my main focus is building a brand for myself, and that means investing in things. Putting money in media, putting money in podcasts, putting money in my training and my clients' training, learning new things, and just getting my name out there, because it is. I think it is much more. I think it's difficult right now when people don't know what you've done. So I'm trying to show people what I'm currently doing now, so that people can see. Okay, this guy's journey started here, and we remember we've been following him the whole time. And after 10 years or 5 years, oh, this is where he is now.
Yeah.
So I want to show growth, that I am growing, that I am learning new things, and I want to help. Because I think after 2 years, my dream is to stop working so many hours in the gym. I don't want to work the amount of hours that I'm currently working.
Yeah.
I want to focus more on the online aspect of personal training.
Yes.
I want to build that line of business, so I can have more time on my hands to do things that I love, because there's a big sacrifice that we trainers make.
So a long time you spend in the gym.
There's a long time we spend in the gym, and then you end up not doing the things that you like or love, and that causes you to sometimes go into a depression a bit.
Yeah,
because now you are giving your all into the gym, which is good. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
But then now, all those other things that you enjoy doing, you can't do them anymore.
Yeah.
And that can be a bit depressing at times, because you're constantly in the gym. 16 hours you're in the gym. 16 hours you're in the gym. So now I'm trying to get to a point where I work lesser hours, and then I can give more to my clients. So I know once I'm done studying my coaching, nutrition coaching, I can say I'm only taking four clients in the morning and 4 clients in the afternoon. Then I only focus on the online.
Yeah.
And then I know that I'm going to give these 4 clients more attention than ever. I can start introducing these nutrition coaching plans to them and offer a better package than what I'm giving now. Because sometimes, even though you may not see it, I'll be there 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the morning. Then I start again at 1. The time I see my client at 6, I'm already exhausted.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
My mind is...
And also you have to train yourself physically as well during that time.
And that's why I'm saying that you end up now having to take away your training.
Yeah.
To
put your own training.
Yeah, so your own training has to go away, so that you can help the other clients, which is fine for me. But now my training goes back, the client's training go forward. When they see me, I'm down.
Yeah.
Why are you down?
You're not being able to train.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you know that if you don't train, you're gonna feel miserable.
Yeah.
If you've been training for 10 to 15 years, most probably the 3 or 4 days you're not training, it feels bad. You always feel something is missing. Something is missing. You're not doing something. Something's missing the whole time. So yeah, Jess, I want to go online.
Okay.
I'm trying to push that online, and then I'm using the podcasts as a way to network.
Yes. No, networking is a big thing.
Yeah.
In terms of growing your own social media, and in terms of being able to benefit from other people, you definitely need to. And it's not negatively benefiting. It's not like you're using people.
No.
It's leveraging off people in a positive way, because those people are getting exposure through you, you getting exposure through them, and you're almost growing together.
That's important. But now, thing comes, Jess wants me to do something with him. I'm like, this guy is most probably going to take things away from me.
Yeah.
If we see every single thing as a challenge, as somebody as being a big competitor, we stand no chance of growing.
Yeah, that is the problem. Is thinking that everyone's out to get you, that other people are competing against you, and there's more than enough money to be made. There's more than enough people on this earth to impact positively, that you don't need to steal from other people. No. You don't need to...
The pie is big.
Yeah.
Especially right now with social media. The pie like, but Gary V, like, that's why when I walked in here, I'm like, Gary V, he's reading Gary V. So me and him are thinking is almost the same.
Yeah.
The pie is big for every one of us to eat from. There is no need to compete for me to compete with you.
Yeah.
Instead, what I can do is take what you have to offer and try use some of the things in my life and in my business.
And doing the same from you.
Exactly. Yeah. And in that way, what happens? We are both growing.
Yeah.
You grow, I grow. And what's important mostly, we are giving value to the people who follow us.
Yeah.
The information that we give out is helping them to grow.
Yeah.
That's important. That's why I am really trying to push that in 2 or 3 years I am more an online trainer than I only see a few clients within the gym. That's my mindset at the moment, because sometimes you find that I need to be at home. Like today, I'm thinking of going at home to see my younger brother who's just got out of hospital for an operation, and he goes out, let's say 6 or 7. I can't go and help him out at the hospital, because what am I thinking? I need to see my 5 and 6 and 7 clients, and those are the sacrifices that people don't see.
But then you still make time to come here, bro. So thank you.
I still make time to come and see you. So we are growing, and that's the route I want to take. I want to go online.
Well, bro, thank you very much for coming on the podcast, and you definitely are going to come on again.
Yep.
You definitely, hopefully I can come on yours again, and we still need to do that training session.
Yep.
So guys, thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for coming on the podcast, and hopefully these people have learned something. I definitely think if they listened, they did.
Okay, thank you very much just for having me here.
Of course.
Sure.
So guys, cheers, and hopefully see you guys soon.